Okay, I felt it was fitting, even though I was looking through. I've played 4 different versions of Backrooms games on this channel. 4 different versions. But you know what? The new movie just came out. I saw it. I thought it was actually pretty good. Um, and to be quite honest, I mean, all the other games that I was looking at were not great. So I'll say this at the end of the video too, but I am gonna take like a 2 week break. I should be uploading again. So this will so today is obviously the 7th. I will not be uploading again until it'll probably be a week. So this week there will be no uploads. The 15th will be a video, and then there's a few more games that I want to play. Other than that, we're gonna try to find some other stuff to do. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. But yeah, so no videos this week, obviously outside of today, which if you consider it the start of the week, whatever. Yeah, but let's hop into it. Backrooms found footage. I feel like they're just recycled name titles for the most part. These games, for the most part. Yeah. Let's play the backrooms. Backrooms. The rooms at the back. You know what I was. Oh shit! I should probably stop talking. No, fuck it.
Okay, okay. Just to keep this short, I'm gonna show you something unexplainable.
Uh huh.
Something that you've probably never seen before. So I was recently. Sorry. So I recently moved into this apartment, and just now I found this thing or whatever. I know it sounds weird, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. I swear I'm not crazy. Just wait till you see this. It's right here in the dark behind this closet. Oh, see? Ooh, look at that. I bet you've never seen that before.
A
The
hallway.
secret maze. Shall I take a better look? Hell yeah, I should.
Basically, what I was gonna say was, I literally remember the backrooms being like, I don't know, like 2012, not 2012, maybe earlier than that. Dude, if you don't know the lore, I guess you'd call it, which is kind of dumb. In 2019, there was a dude who took a photo of an endless hallway, and that literally spawned the backrooms. It was pretty much identical to this photo, or to this thing right here. Um, but yeah, essentially, like that was it, and I thought it was way earlier than that, but it was 2019.
Hello? Anyone?
Um, so yeah, as far as my thoughts on the movie, so I'll kind of do a movie review mix in here because to keep it blunt, these games you have to entertain yourself for the most part
This
when
looks
playing them.
familiar.
Um, but I thought it was honestly really good. So at first, when I first watched it, I had very mixed feelings on it. I was almost I liked it. Like, so that was one of the movies. So I go to the movies very often to see a lot of horror movies in particular. That was one of the movies where I was glued to the screen nearly the entire time, just because of how interesting it was. I mean, I feel like regardless of whether you like the movie or if you didn't like the movie, I feel like you kind of have to respect the lack of source material that the director had to go off of. And if you don't know the history of it, the director had a found footage series in 2022 that kind of sparked this whole backrooms thing. Um, so regardless of your opinion on the movie, I feel like you just gotta respect that. Like this dude even made a movie on the backrooms. Um, which I thought it was actually really solid. Obviously there's theories galore that we can go on about.
This is so weird.
But like
Who built this place?
you gotta respect the cinematography in that was something that like I expected really good visuals and everything. He blew it out of the water. I mean, like the way the rooms themselves looked, the visuals on the people, everything was actually really phenomenally done. Um, yeah, I mean, overall the acting was actually, even though there wasn't very little acting to do. The VHS scenes were sick. I love that kind of style of footage. Um, yeah. They used the music in one of the scenes in the insane asylum. Maybe not the insane asylum. In one of the other scenes, they used the music from it's like a dementia. Like it basically the listener feels like the sense of dementia because you listen to it over and over again, and the sounds get more distorted and more distorted. He used that music, so that was something I really liked as well. But yeah, overall, like that was one of the few movies that horror movies this year. There's been a few bangers. Obsession was one that I really liked. But these horror movies, man, the directors are getting younger. I feel like that's actually it's a decently good thing for the genre, for being honest. Um, this is going to be the last Backrooms game I play. Full transparency, unless there is a groundbreaking new great Backrooms game, because as you can tell, guys, I am just walking around in an endless hallway. And I'm probably going to have one jump scare that's going to make me go, huh, cool. But I didn't want to play a Backrooms game to commemorate the release of the movie. Because, I mean, like, they made a movie. They're making movies about, like, stuff. Like, I don't think if you told someone 10 years ago there's going to be a Minecraft movie, you probably would have thought, like, of a YouTube short film. Nope. Blockbuster and cinema. Backrooms is topping the box office right now, which is something that 10 years ago didn't even exist. Like the concept of it. As far as some of the theories in the movie,
Hey, can you hear me?
so this is almost one of the things where there was a scene in there where if you saw the movie, you probably remember it. It's one of Clark's last normal scenes, and it's where he sets the camera down, and Kat is on the other side of the screen, or the other side of the wall. She sees a glass reflection. He doesn't see a glass reflection. It was a reference to the found footage films he did. There was a scene. There was a thing where I believe in the second one where he escaped into like the basement of a living area, and let's go down this hallway real quick. And there was someone on the other side of him that could not see him, but he was inside the house. But basically, it's like a two-way door. It's like a two-way doorway, if that makes any sense. So what someone sees might not be what the other person sees. Got a ladder. What else about the movie? I thought Clark was a pretty good character. Overall, all things considered, I mean, given what they had to go off of, or the lack of what Kane Parsons or whatever had to go off of, he did a pretty good fucking job. So, yeah, I mean, I look forward to seeing what other stuff he does because I feel like found footage in the movies, when it's done right, is one of the most horrifying cinema experiences you can have. There's been too many ones lately that have just fucking sucked as far as found footage. When they do it right, man, atmospheric horror is the way to scare like viewers. It is horrifying in its own way. Ultimately more scary than any of the Conjuring or any of those movies that have just gotten worse over time. Kind of glad like the Exorcism era is ending, to be honest with you. As far as like some of those like Conjuring, I mean, so they're still coming out. Like the Conjuring, God, I mean the Conjuring 5 is coming out soon as some stupid prequel. The stupid thing is I go see them regardless because I'm just a horror buff for the most part. For instance, the new Insidious movie comes out next month. I'm gonna go see it, even though I know it's gonna be shit. Because The Red Door, which was the most recent movie, one of the few movies experiences where I was actually alone in the theater. It was shit. It was a bad movie. But yeah, I think horror's moving in another direction where I think it's good for the healthy for the thing to continue it. And I feel like to a lot of people, horror might be moving in a direction where, oh, it's less jump scary, there's less answers told during the movie or given out. But I feel like that's almost better. In my opinion, a movie should be like, you should be thinking about this movie forever. If a movie's done well, you should be thinking about the movie for the foreseeable future, if it's done well. Because the more you think about the movie, the more you're going to have form an opinion on it. And you're either going to be in the one direction of, oh, this movie sucked. But if you can give a reason the movie sucked, then the movie probably did suck. To your own opinion, I guess. But if you can't give a reason and the movie sucked and you can't come up with a reason, you probably didn't see the finer point or something along those lines. So, but like the people that did not like the Backrooms movie, I'm totally okay with you not liking it because there were aspects of that movie that I can see why someone wouldn't like. For instance, the ending kind of scientist interview with Mary. That was something that I wasn't too particularly interested in. But then again, that was at the end of the movie, so that was something that I was okay with not being interested in. The first 45 minutes to an hour had me glued to the screen, which again should be the goal of every director. So,
what the hell?
alrighty, well, that was the Backrooms found footage. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I walked around a maze of an office space. Didn't see a single monster. We talked about the Backrooms movie. We talked about the direction horror is moving. Kind of a movie review mixed in there. If you're one of the OG viewers, you know about the movie reviews back then. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, no videos this week. It'll be back the 15th. That week at least. I don't know exactly the dates. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Again, there's probably like 3 or 4 horror games left. For the most part, probably 3, maybe even 2. But you guys don't need to worry about that. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.